All right, team, we're back with trigger. We're gonna go over how to do shoulder C.A.R.s. And C.A.R.s just stands for controlled articular rotation. Before we get to trig, I'm gonna show you real quick on Terrence, our buddy over here, what's important to understand. And what's important to understand is that the joint, the shoulder joint itself, is a ball and socket joint right here. So this ball needs to be rotating at the joint the entire time. And you're gonna see this over and over. And I want you to picture this happening the entire time as I ask her shoulder to go through different positions. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to trigger here. The first thing that's important that she's going to establish is her midline. So I want to show you a bad position first. If she's overarching her back, that's not a good thing. So I want her to get neutral. This means that her rib cage stays down, just kegling a little bit, and drawing her obliques in tight. Now let's start with her right shoulder doing the work. Her left arm is going to go around her rib cage. She's going to hold on to her ribs, and it acts as the feedback arm. So if her ribs rise too much, go ahead and rise really high. If they rise up like that, they're not staying down, she gets back into that crazy arch. So that hand can remind her to keep her rib cage down. Go for it, Trig. Boom, now that's in a better position. So as she's maintaining this, the first thing she's going to establish is raising her arm overhead. And you can see her doing this. Now, I want you to imagine the ball in the socket rotating upward as she does this. I'm going to use my finger, see if we can do this, and show it as she's doing it. So start doing it, Trig. You can see that rotate. Now, her hand turns back and out like that. You can see what's happening. I'm going to pause right here. And what she's doing with her hand turning back is that ball is turning in the direction that her hand's turning. So she's moving that ball back in the socket and turning it towards her hand. She's reaching back for something behind her. So her ball in the socket needs to keep going back. Now she's gonna keep reaching around. She's gonna keep turning that ball in the socket. You can notice whatever her hand is doing, that's what the ball is doing in the socket as well. She gets to the bottom. Now, from here, she's gonna reach back. The ball moves back. She reaches back. She begins to rotate the ball now within that socket. So it's turning. It keeps turning until she starts to get up. And even as she's lifting up, that ball's rotating until she gets back up to the start. Okay? Now, I'm gonna show you what not to do. Now, we already know what not to do in regards to the abdominals, but we're going to show you what not to do in regards to the shoulder. So say she raises up, she's doing well here. She's going to start turning around that corner. Most people here start to pop the shoulder forward. And you can see that popping forward like that. That's not what you want. You're not really gaining range of motion in the way you'd like it to. So come on back up. It's important to notice that if you're too tight and you just have not created the stability there, focus a little more on what the ball is doing in the socket. So if she really, like say she's tight, she's gonna act like she's tight here. She can't go any further back. If she really focus now on turning at that joint, like really drill that, she's being super active, she can slowly overcome that resistance to movement. And it may happen over time, but at least she's working through in the capacity as she can, right? She's gonna keep turning. And notice she doesn't wanna go through pain. You don't wanna like just bust through your pain here. You wanna focus on the range of motion that's pain-free. Just gonna reverse it here. Come on back up. Now, if she is in pain, so say for example, bring your hand a little lower, Trig, the other way. Going forward, there you go. So say that's all she has, right? All she can do. She can't go any further. Instead of yanking it into more flexion, say you reach your max, you're really focusing on the joint, she's gonna lower it to her right side a little bit. And then here, she's gonna attempt to turn it. And most often than not, people have more range and control over here. So she's gonna try to gain the control she can. And say she hits another pain point right here. If she hits a pain point, she's gonna bring that arm forward a little bit, then drop it, and then go. She's gonna drop. Goes all the way through. And just notice she's working in the range of motion that she has. So she's gonna reverse it again. And as this range gets better, on the next rep she does, you can bet she's gonna get a little further. So now she's gonna reach back into flexion. She's gonna get a little more range right there. She's gonna turn around that corner. The ball's turning in the socket. You can see that happening. It's turning. And she can get a little more range of motion throughout the pattern. Now she's gonna show you her best C.A.R. now. Go and start from the top. She's her best car. So this is Trig's best car right now. She's gonna actively reach that ball back. She's turning the socket, turning. And you can see how fast she can turn that shoulder back. And that's a pretty healthy shoulder, guys. So that's how you do a shoulder car. Just remember to focus on the ball and socket joint more than anything else. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, peace.